What's up, Luv Bugs?
What's up, Luv Bugs?
Hey, everybody. So we coming to you today with another video. Hey, Kelly. With another video. With another
video.
Hey. We are going to talk to you today. We have two questions that we're going to.
Only two
that we're going
That's
to battle. And we want to talk about this crazy
quarantine.
Is that what? Quarantine, lockdown.
Child on lockdown.
Whatever we want to call
Trying
it.
to get your attention one way or another.
You on lockdown. Sit down. So
what's the first question?
Our first question is, how has quarantine affected you?
What's the second question?
You do that next. Answer the question.
Gotcha.
First of all, we got PJ over here, and we got to make sure.
Somewhere
PJ?
back here, y'all. Come here, dude.
Can I go first then?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all how the quarantine has affected my life. For one, I got these glasses on because that's the only way I can feel cute right now because I can't get my eyebrows done. That's how quarantine is affecting my life. I can't go see my brow tech. I can't go see my nail tech. You feel me? My braids is getting a little, they still cute. They still cute, but I mean, I need a little touch up. Can't do that. I mean, it's affecting my day-to-day things that I do on every other week.
Beautiness.
My beauty.
That's what
my beauty time.
That's what it really affected.
Women, we looking real ugly. And then my husband told me I'm fat.
No, I'll just say a face a little round.
My face round, y'all. That's another thing that's affected me. My weight. Because all we can do is eat and chill and Netflix and chill and clean up.
And holler at PJ.
And holler at the PJ who's sitting here eating him stuff he ain't supposed to eat. So yeah, that's a few things that's affected me with us seriously being on quarantine. Outside of that, I'm going to let you go and I'm going to think of some more.
Well, it has not really affected me besides my work, but other than that and me going to the barber shop, but other than that, I'm just dealing with it. You know, so it really has not affected me on that level per se, but you know, just to see what people are dealing with and going through, I see how it has affected other people, but as far as me myself, it has not really affected me like that.
So not being able to go anywhere doesn't affect you? He don't go nowhere anyway, but just the fact that those options are taken from you versus you making the option.
That makes more sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, even though Kelly is not really a hit the streets running type of dude or have to be everywhere all the time. Like, for once, our date nights.
That's not that, yeah. Nah,
so you have been affected.
Yeah, that's
because we're used to going on dates and getting dressed up and being cute.
Real fancy.
Yeah, you know. So that has affected us because we can't go on our date nights. Or we used to like to take the kids to the movies, you know what I'm saying, on Tuesday, Fat Out of Tuesday, or just on a weekend period. I love the movies.
Right.
So we have to make movie night in the crib, which is cool, or in the house, which is fine, but just being able to get outside, get some fresh air, and I love the sun, and I love when it's nice and stuff, and it's starting to get a little nice out. Yeah, that haven't affected you?
Now that you broke it down in that aspect, it has, but as far as you know, just being fearful of it, it hasn't affected me in that way. In a lot of sense, it affected a lot of people in a fearful way.
In a fearful.
So a lot of people are afraid, but that's what I'm speaking of when I say that it has not affected me, mean it has not made me afraid. I don't fear.
So people are, like, I see some people are affected as far as income wise goes. Some people jobs, you know, they're like, my job was affected. Like, I can't physically go to work, but thank God, based off what I do, I still get paid, even though I'm off right now. My full pay every 2 weeks. But there are some people who can't go to work, and I wonder how they're holding up, or how you may be holding up if you're one of those people that it has affected your income. You know what I'm saying? Especially like our income is being affected. People can't go to work, but yet they're raising prices. He went to go get baby milk today, and it's normally $12.99 a case, which is a case of 6 for PJ, and now it's
$13.99 a whole
dollar. So I mean, I don't understand how this is supposed to work. But yeah, as far as how it's affecting us, I feel like it affects our just, like everybody else outside of income wise, because he's still able to work even though they're cutting hours. He hasn't. You haven't really been
working.
No.
What you mean?
I don't think he's been affected.
What?
Like other people at your job?
Yeah, but I'm still only going to work 3 days out the week.
But they make sure you get your hours.
Yeah, I make sure I get my hours.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like,
right.
But that's all.
But it's no overtime hours.
Yeah, he don't get no overtime hours. That's really where his money come from. And for the new subbies that don't know, I'm sorry, we just went straight into talking. I'm Patrice.
I'm Kels.
And he's a truck driver and I'm a school nurse. So, yeah. Sorry. Hi to our new subbies.
What's going on, new subbies?
Hi to our regular day Luv Bugs, new Luv Bugs. But yeah, so as far as that, I mean, I know that's affecting people in that way. And we pray for those that are tremendously affected by it. And, yeah. And then the ones that that's being diagnosed with this stuff and is actually dealing with it or have family members that's dealing with it, we do pray for those. We haven't been affected in that way, like no family members.
Amen. Thank God.
Thank God. Knock on wood, prayer hands, all that good stuff, worship hands has not affected us. But I do know people that have been posting online that it has affected them. So I do pray for those families immediately at that time that they post it. I pray right then and there. I don't wait. So as far as that goes, unless I can come across anything else that's affecting us, it's just really affected me as far as just getting out. Like, I just have to get outside. And whenever I feel like someone tells you can't do something, I think that's when you want to do it more. Versus when it's just an option and you can get up and go when you want. So, yeah, that's how it's affected me. That's it for you?
Yeah, that's it. And so our question to you guys is, how has the quarantine affected you?
Yeah, comment below. Let us know, how are you being affected, or family members or friends that you know are being affected at this time, and what are you doing to cope with it? What are you doing to cope with, I'll just threw that question in there. What are you doing to cope with the fact that you can't do your day-to-day?
That's a good question. And the thing is just taking it one day at a time. That's how I deal with it, and just encouraging myself and letting myself know that it will soon be over with. So that's how I cope with it. I take it day by day. I don't think about what's next week or next month or anything like that. I deal with it by taking it day by day. That's how I cope with it.
Okay. How do I cope with that? I don't know. For real, like, I really don't know how I'm coping with it. Outside of, my PJ over here doing some extra, y'all.
Eating baby wipes.
He is driving me crazy.
Stop.
And now he talks and tells you, get out your mouth.
Come here.
I'm trying to cope with it. I don't know. My kids are driving me crazy. He driving me crazy. But probably the kids are driving me a little bit more crazier than he. So how do I cope with it? When we were able to, I was going to Target with my bestie all the time. Oh gosh.
Pull this thing down. PJ, stop it.
Y'all see him? So how I'm coping with it is, I forgot what I said. How I'm coping with this?
You left off with we driving you crazy, but
oh yeah, the kids and stuff driving me crazy. Oh, I'm saying I go to Walmart. Okay, so I cope with it when we were able to, when I needed, or if my friend needed me to go with her because she didn't want to go alone. I would just go to Walmart or Target and get essential things that we may need just to get out for a moment, for like an hour or two, maybe 3, just to get away, and then come back home, and that would help out. That was my best way of coping. But now since they're getting ready to close the stores or whatever they're doing, I don't know how we're gonna go with this. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody have any ideas or how you dealing with it or feel? Because everything is changing. So, like now, if they close all the stores, you know, I'm not gonna go standing online and go into a store.
Me neither.
So I don't know what we're gonna do. We coming to y'all house. Comment your address below. We on our way. But yeah. Our next question is.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, I read the first one.
How are you dealing with it and your thoughts on it?
I think that's kind of how I said coping. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah. How are you dealing with it?
Yeah, that is the same.
That's the exact same thing. Coping and dealing is the exact same thing. But in hindsight, like he said, I don't allow it to affect me or drive me crazy or try to conjure up anxiety. I don't allow it to do any of those things to me because then I will definitely go crazy and I don't know how I'm gonna get through it. So I just stay positive. I stay prayed up. I keep my faith, and I know that this too shall pass. Like the other stuff we done been through, like we done been through some things since we've been on this earth that was detrimental or whatever. We got through it. So yeah, I think we're gonna get through it day by day. Just be smart. I don't know if I want to really talk about people walking around with gloves and masks, but I am. So for me, PJ, the glove and mask thing, as far as going out, this is my thought on that. I do it every blue moon because my mom goes crazy, and I do it for her sanity, not for mine. Because I feel, let's say we're gonna throw out an example. We have these masks on, we have these gloves on, we go out in the world with other people. And just like when somebody cough or anything like that, it goes in the air. If it is a virus, I feel like it can stick to your mask. So you're walking around with the virus carrying on your mask, which is what? On your face. Now, this is why the medical field doesn't want us to buy up all the masks and the gloves, because we're defeating the purpose of the mask and the gloves. With the gloves as well, when you're in the medical field, when you use the gloves and you do a procedure or whatever you're doing, those gloves are contaminated. Everything is contaminated. So you take them off and remove them. When you touch a can with these gloves on, I pick up a can and put it in my cart. Now I go pick up some cookies. Now these gloves are contaminated from whatever was on this can. I just put it on the cookies, put it in my cart. Oh, I don't want that cookie. They feel broken. So I'm gonna pick up something else. I'm contaminating more things. So with gloves is when you use it. So it would be per se, if you're gonna do it, this is how I feel you should do it. If you're gonna wear the gloves, make sure you bring a few boxes of them, because once you touch the can, now you need to take them gloves off. And you need to put on another pair of gloves to touch the cookies. You're gonna have to take them off and get another pair of gloves to pick up your meat. You know what I'm saying? Because in a medical field, that's what you do. I won't do surgery on him and use those same gloves and do surgery on somebody else. Or I'm not gonna do surgery on him and then touch something else out. I'm not there. You don't contaminate the area. And so with the gloves and the mask, I feel like that's what we're doing. So I feel like to help out, I mean, be safe, be clean, which we should have been in the first place. But what I feel like you should do is keep your hand sanitizer. If you got some you can carry with you, you do whatever you're gonna do. Use your hand sanitizer. For me, I feel like you can use hand sanitizer up to 3 times until it's no longer effective. You need to wash your hands. So use the hand sanitizer while you're out up to good 3 times. And when you get home or wherever you can get to wash your hands, I feel like you should wash your hands. I feel like you should remove your clothing, take a shower or a bath, and put on something clean. Don't sit around in the house in outside clothes. You know what I'm saying? Because you're out where in the world where the virus is. So you don't want to bring it fully in home. So I feel like you should strip trial when you get in the crib. Once you get in the house, like strip. And wash up and put on some fresh new pair of clothes and wash your hands, wash your face. I mean, that's the best I think you can do. But buying up all the gloves and buying up all the toilet tissue. Like, I understand that people are saying, and I heard that there's some, I I watched it somewhere, guys. I don't remember where it was, but there's some like app or website or something that you can go into where I think I seen it on the news where you can put in like how many people live in your home, and then based off, and then it'll tell you basically how many toilet rolls you need to last for a certain amount of time based off how many people's in your home. Because the more you're home, the more you eat, the more you use the bathroom. We get that. But guys, they're not gonna not allow us to get tissue, and like they have to allow us to still get those essentials. So don't go ballistic.
You better use newspaper.
Find other ways. Jump in the tub and just wash it off. No, just but yeah, you know, be kind to the other people. I also saw too, like when you're going grocery shopping, if you see any food items that's labeled WIC, don't take those items, because people or moms that have WIC, they can only purchase those items with their WIC.
Right.
So if there's no more left of that product that they need and that they can only use their WIC for, then they can't use their WIC and they can't purchase what they want. So yeah, I just feel like this too shall pass. We need to be more smart than illiterate, and just think. It always go back to using that brain God gave you. Yeah. What you think?
That's it. Them, you know, 2 questions we got for you guys. You know, how are you dealing with it, and how has the quarantine affected you? And so we gave our input on it, and you guys are more than welcome to give your input on the 2 questions that we presented to you guys on
Comment.
it has affected you. So comment below and let us know, you know, how it has affected you and how are you dealing with it.
I think that's it.
That's it.
We wanted to just, you know, come in, check in, and talk to everyone, our love bugs, show our faces, let you know that we are praying for you. And if there's prayer that is needed for anyone that watches us, just let us know. We can definitely go into prayer for you. This is a serious topic, so I'm not trying to be too, you know, normally myself, because I really wanted to just come on and you know, document this for the future, and really just truly speak to everybody, and just to see where's everybody's mindset right now, and give my little medical tips to you all, and maybe, you know, you think about it and process it and apply it if need be. If you need to use the gloves for every reason, okay, then use them, or the mask, but let's not go overboard. I'm not going to go into the statistics and my 100% views on everything that's going on, because yeah, I just don't want to cause an uproar. And I don't know.
That's it.
So we love you guys.
Love you guys.
I hope everybody is being safe, is continuing to laugh, continuing to love one another, and we're going to get through it at the end, and you need to remember that. So
That's it.
We out.
Alrighty, we out. Deuces.
Deuces.